Hey YouTube, this is Who Stole My TV here, and I'm going to be making my first F2P money making guide. And the first method is to collect Limpworth roots in the Edgeville resource dungeon. In this area, you need 20 dungeoneering, which is pretty easy to get. And what you're going to be doing, well, I mean, what you need first is pretty lightweight gear. Okay, so what I'm wearing is pretty lightweight, and you might want to use an Explorer Rings 3 for the extra 50% run boost that it gives. And let's see, so I weigh 3 kg right now, and yeah, so you're gonna need a brass key in your inventory, and you start from the GE and just run to the Edgeville dungeon with the hill giants. Alright, so here we go, and this method is pretty good money making because one Limpworth root is worth 1.2k each, which it adds up a lot. And there's 4 spawns inside the resource dungeon, which is pretty good. So you just come in here, open up the door, and then one side. Okay, and if you don't have 20 dungeoneering, you can still make money here. You can stay on the outside here and killing hill giants. And then the best place to kill hill giants is the 1,000 total level worlds, because there's no one here in F2P worlds. I've checked before. So what you want to do is come down in here into here, and then what you'll see is there are 4 pretty closely placed Limpworth root spawns, and what you want to do is you want to run around and collect them. Well, someone is already here collecting, so I'm not sure. Well, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, like that. You just run around, and then you just they're in a rectangle kind of shape. It's gonna spawn one's gonna spawn right here in a second. Yeah, so I got it. And another one's going to spawn up here. So the spots that spawn are here, are the spot I just got one from, right here. And there's one in the corner over there. See, my run's low, so just going to run push. Alright. And so one's going to spawn right here, roughly about this area, in this box. And then one's going to spawn down here. And if you want to kill the hill giants, you should do it while you're waiting. You should do it in between. And you can kill one and you can bury the bones. It's good, pretty good prayer bonus. If you want to kill them, I recommend 40 plus combat because they do some damage to you. And I have 85 defense, so I don't need any food at all. But for this main money making method, you want to be as light as possible. So you might not want to carry any food or armor. So yeah, and let's do a price check. And one Limpworth root is 1.2k each, and let's do the math on that. So if you have 1.2k each times 27, so that's 32.4k per load, which is a lot for ready to play. And that's my first method. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be my second method, and this method is to cut yew trees. And I know this sounds pretty cliche and all, that everyone tells you to go cut yew trees, but yew trees is probably one of the best ways to make money on F2P, and I would recommend about 70 wood cutting. 70 wood cutting is good to go and cut yew trees, but an optimum level to cut is probably 75, maybe 80 plus, but 70 is good. You can even start at 60. But any level, 60 plus is good to cut. And the best place to cut yew trees is Falador. You just start off from Falador Break, you just run south, and there's gonna be 3 yew tree spawns here. And I know there's yew trees all over Runescape and stuff, but Falador is probably the best place to cut yew trees. And the reason being is that barely anyone cuts here. If you see, look, no one's here. And if you go in Varrock, you just go behind the castle, and you can see at least 10 people cutting trees there, and that's going to make it impossible to cut. If you go to Edgeville, you're always going to see botters there. So Falador is the best place to cut yew trees. And I right now have 13.4 mil EXP in wood cutting, so I know what I'm talking about right now. And yeah, see. And one load of yew trees takes about 5 to 10 minutes to get, and let's price check this. Yeah, 505 each. So then, calculator, 505 times 28. So that's 14k per load. And if you can do one load in 5 minutes, that's 12 loads an hour. That's 170K an hour. See how good money that is? And even if you're 60 wood cutting, I bet you can make at least like one load in 10 minutes. And since no one's here, that's still like 80K. That's really good money to cut here. So yeah, that's my second method. Okay, so for my third method, you're going to be mining iron ore inside the Falador mine. And what you're going to need is to have 15 dungeoneering in order to access the resource dungeon, because there's a bank deposit inside the resource dungeon. And you have to be able to mine iron too. That's like 15 mining, which is pretty easy to get. But those are the only two things you need. And mining iron here is a pretty good way to make money, because iron costs relatively the same amount as coal, but you can mine a lot faster and you get a lot more XP that way. And yeah, it's just a pretty easy way to make money. And you just go down to the Falador dungeon, mine, and then you run over here. And then if you can see, there are 3 iron spots. Oh, there are people mining here already. They're power mining, so I don't even know what they're doing. But there's no need to power mine. You just go over here and just mine your iron. And then when you're done mining, you go inside the mysterious entrance like we did in our first method. You just go inside, and there's going to be a bank deposit right here, which is pretty close. So you just run over here, and you just bank what you have, and you just go back out, and then you just start all over again. It's pretty easy to do, and it requires it requires a lot of attention, but it's pretty easy to do. I recommend you have a 64 plus combat, because there's king scorpions here too, so it can get pretty annoying to keep on getting attacked by scorpions. And so I'm gonna do a price check on these. 1 iron ore is 240 each, and if you can mine like 1K per hour, 1K iron in 1 hour, which is like, I don't know, that's 240K, which is a lot of money. Okay, I don't even think that's realistic, but to just give you an amount, it's a lot. Okay, so for my fourth method, you're gonna be fishing for lobsters and swordfish and tuna. And we want to start off is at a bank, probably Falador or Draenor, and you want to run to Port Sarim. What you need for this is at least 40 fishing to get lobsters, and whatever the amount is for swordfish, I forget. But what you want to do is just run to Port Sarim. Make sure you have 30 GP with you, so you can take the boat ride to Koramaja, or whatever it's called. And from there, you're just gonna run to that port and then just start fishing. But you need 50 fishing for swordfish, and this is a pretty good way to make money now, because there's this one NPC dude that would note your fish for free. So basically, you can just make constant runs, and you don't have to run back to Draenor with your Explorer's Ring 3 using Catcher Patch anymore, which is pretty easy. And if you don't want to if you don't want to note your catches, you can get that 1 extra fish, but it's gonna cost you 30 extra GP to come back. There is actually a bank deposit next to the monks of Intrena. It is right over there somewhere, wherever the monks are. Yep, it's a bank deposit, right? I just clicked it. It's right over there. So you can also do that, but it's going to cost you an extra 30 GP to come back to Port Sarim and then go back, and then 30 more to go back to the island. So what you want to do is pay fare to one of these guys, the Seamans. Funny, but what you want to do is go over there, and then come when you land, or when I'm done lagging, you cross the gangplank, and then you run over here. And this is a pretty good way to make money, because you're just having an unlimited amount of catches and you don't have to bank at all. And one way from the place where you catch your fish to the guy that notes it probably takes about like a minute, and it's way much better than what it used to be, which used to be like a long time. So I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna fish for a little bit, and then here it's harpoon. Yeah, I usually I usually do cage. I usually fish for lobsters. I don't like to do swordfish and tuna because lobster is more constant rate of money, and swordfish and the tuna can vary at times. But I'll just do it to show you. And people are dropping their food. People are dropping their fish. I don't even know why. So I just got one swordfish. I'll get one lobster, and then I'll show you where the dude is. He's gonna be on the southwest side of the island, and all you gotta do is just run to him, and then here I'll pick up the. I'll just gotta keep on fishing until I get one. This is taking a while, but yeah, I have 80 fishing, so I don't know why it's taking this long. But yeah, whatever. I'll just skip it. I'll just run. I'll show you where he is. What you want to run this way, southwest, and then just come running southwest, the southwest corner of the island, and he's gonna be sitting there, and he's gonna be sitting. It's gonna be the NPC, and he's gonna be sitting down in a chair. Right here. And what you want to do is you want to use your fish on him so you can skip all the chat. It's faster. Yep. See, turn it to note, and then I'll just run back, and then you repeat. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is to show you guys how much money I've made so far, and I have collected all these resources, all these items by myself, and yeah. Okay, so let's do it one by one. I just got the swordfish. So swordfish, yeah. Okay, so I have 1.2k U-logs. That's 645k right there. I have 12.8k iron ore, 3 mil. That actually took me a while to get. It took me probably a week. I went from 60 to 70 mining all that. 783 raw lobsters, 170k. And then here we are, Limpworth roots, 413k. So I would just tell you guys the best method to get money was in the order I presented you it. It was Limpworth, then iron, then the lobsters. Lobsters aren't that good a way of making money anymore because it got nerfed a lot. Because they included that person, the person that noted the fish, and then iron was not that good of a way to make money because there's a lot of competition there. And then U-logs, that was second best because you needed to have a high level of wood cutting, which not many people have. And Limpworth was the best way to make money because you just run around collecting stuff, and that's a pretty basic thing to do. Alright, thank you guys for watching.